I think they might be good. I think it's really good. I mean, they haven't played theirs yet. I had the other.
My wife.
Yeah, I read them. We do. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be less than the other day. He just. You got it. I mean, that's better. Mr. Steve, how are you?
Call this meeting to order. City Council, regular council meeting, Monday, November 27th, 2023, 6 p.m. Item on the agenda is open forum for the public to address the council on any that are on the agenda.
It was speaking about items not on the agenda.
It'll be under miscellaneous. Be towards the end. All right, city administrator, you want to give the public notice for the candidacy?
Okay, City of Louisiana. Candidate filing for election to council seat. The election date is April 2nd, 2024. If you placed on the ballot to be a council member, filing will begin on December 5th. You will see the city clerk at City Hall. And it will be open during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, from 8 o'clock to 4:30. If there's some reason that the building is closed to inclement weather, then that's unfortunate. Also, we will not be open on December 25th, which is Christmas Day. Filing is closed December 26th at 5 p.m. by state statute. Technically, our building will be closed on the 26th due to how the holidays fall on the calendar, but by state statute, we will be open between the hours of 4 and 5 p.m. Any person who would like to file for candidacy on the last day, and we have to be open during the day, doesn't give us hours, so we're open from 4 to 5 on December 26th. Filing will also close at that time at 5 p.m. Currently, we have the following positions that are open. In Ward 1, we have a 2-year term currently held by Bill Sutter. In Ward 2, we have a 2-year term open, currently held by Cassie Cortez. In Ward 3, we have a 2-year term currently held by Glenda Sherman. In Ward 4, we have a 2-year term currently held by Jim Gott. In Ward 2, we have a 1-year appointed position currently held by Don Giltner. And in Ward 4, we have a 1-year appointed term currently held by Wayne Baker. So those are the 6 positions that will be available for the April 2nd filing for election.
All right, thank you. City clerk, will you give the roll call?
Councilwoman Sherman, here. Councilwoman Cordes, here. Councilman Gott,
Here.
Councilman Gilner. Councilman Gilner. Councilman Bell,
Present.
Councilman Baker,
Here.
Councilman Price,
Here.
Councilman Sudar.
Here.
So, council, if you would. If you would direct your conversations, towards me. Giltner, so we can hear you, tonight, that'd be greatly appreciated and speak boldly and loudly. Councilman Bell, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you remain standing, Steve, will you do the honor for us, invocation?
Jesus, thank you for your example of leadership as a servant. Lord, help us tonight that we would remember that example as we try to lead Louisiana into a better future. Amen.
Amen. All right, council, on the agenda, if there's any changes or modifications to the agenda. I do have one I'd like to add for new business. We talked about it at our work study session. The fire department has a homemade trailer they would like to sell. And we'd like to place that for advertising in the paper and also place that for advertising on social media. So entertain a motion to add this to new business.
I'll make a motion. They had the trailer.
Councilman Price made the motion, Councilman Sudar second. Any discussion? All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Any other items on the agenda? All right, approval of the minutes. We have two sets of minutes for October 23rd, 2023 for a regular council meeting. And we also have minutes for November 13th, 2023 council meeting. Entertain the motion to approve October 23rd, 2023 regular council meeting.
So voted.
So Councilman Sudar made the motion. Councilman Giltner made the second. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes for the October 23rd, 2023. Oh, excuse me, did I just say that backwards?
Yes.
No, excuse me, entertain a motion to approve the November 13th, 2023 special council meeting. We have a motion and second. Councilman Sudar made the motion. Councilman Price made the second. Is that right?
Bell.
Baker, sorry, Councilman Baker. Gotcha. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Mayor's report. I have nothing for the council tonight. City administrators report. What I apologize for tonight. Can you come to the podium?
Just imagine me being Alyssa.
And if you would, elevate, so we can hear you.
Oh, elevate one. All right, so what you have in front of you, you have the monthly report. This basically has all the different account balances that we have in different accounts. And then when you go back to the warrants on after the different accounts and you see how much money we have in the different accounts. You will see the different bills that we have paid this month. You also can see that it's items that were purchased.
Council, as we're going through and looking at this, if anyone has read through this prior to tonight's meeting, has any questions about the treasurer's report or the warrants or the account balances, I want to open the floor up to any of those questions to the floor. No immediate questions. I'll entertain a motion to accept the monthly treasurer's report and balances along with the warrants for the city and for the enterprise. We have a motion from Councilman Sodar.
Second.
Second from Councilman Bell. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries.
The next thing is on the list is delinquent taxes. You, in your packet, you'll see a list of the last 10 years, even though during the work session, I brought in a list of the last 20 years of taxes that have not been paid. We have started a process to collect these type of taxes. We are using the ordinances that are provided for us to use that as leverage to collect. And so right now, with the last 10 years, we are a little under $300,000 in delinquent taxes. Did I speak loud enough?
So council, just out of that $298,000, the big portion is this year's.
Correct.
It's $222,829, which those revenue streams should be coming in within the next 2 months. So we'll see what we look like in January. Where we're at on that.
I did notice on the 2012 real estate and personal delinquent tax books, some of these individuals are deceased.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, but those are property taxes.
And then basically, I know that some of the properties, they're basically abandoned.
So some of those properties that are just not gonna be able to collect on. I mean, the city's gonna have to write them off, but right now they're currently on the books. So we're gonna do everything possible. I'm working with the water department, so I'm working with the collector, I'm working with the assistant city administrator. And actually, he's kind of heading up the process of sending letters out, notifications that you're delinquents on these, and so we're gonna collect as much as possible before we write them off our books.
Okay.
Permanently.
How hard has it been pursued to collect the past delinquent taxes?
So I brought this to the council, I believe it was at the end of September. In September, I brought this to the council that we have 20 years worth of delinquent taxes, delinquent water bills, and liens on property. And so we have just started this process, and already we've collected several $1,000s of delinquent taxes, and we just started. So right now, we're going to make sure that we're consistent and in our collection procedures, and we're going to follow the ordinances that we currently have.
Is it still legal to give a 2-month or 3-month warning to the public that if their taxes are not paid, they will go into the paper
We can do that.
That's legal.
It is. It is.
Yes.
But, I need council's approval to act on that procedure.
I collected a lot of taxes doing that.
So right now, I'm using the ordinances that I know that the council has already approved in the past, and that deals with goods and services and contracts. So there's two different places in our city ordinances that deal with that. We provide water, trash, sewer. We have a bidding process for contracts, and you can't enter into any contract for goods or service or contracts with the city if you owe money to the city. So that's what we're doing right now. But, you know, we can go to the paper and list names, if so desire. It's public record.
Well, of course, that's the last resort that we'd want to take. I'm not advocating that we sail out the door with it, but still, and when you advertise to the public 3 months, that if they don't pay their taxes or make arrangements to get them paid, then the warning has been given.
Correct. So we have delinquent taxes that go back all the way to 2003. And we can go back and publish that. And granted, you know, you have some people that have left town that won't see the paper, or they have, don't get the paper or deceased, but everybody else can see it. It's public record.
Any other questions on the delinquent taxes? SEMA,
That's just a reminder for everyone. I've brought it up at the last two council meetings. SEMA is gonna be coming to do a disaster preparedness training. What is it for us, the city? What are we responsible to do? It will be basically for every department lead will be there, and I need one elected official to be there. And so I know, Linda said that she could possibly be there. Councilman Sherman is, as I should call her. And Councilman Price has mentioned that, if necessary, he can take off work to be there, but I do need one elected official there.
want to do their new business? Yeah, old business, I got you. All right,
Any questions?
any questions? Are we good? Yeah, I'll take care of the resolution, So council, before you should have a copy of resolution 20-2023. It's a resolution of the city of Louisiana Council and Mayor requesting permission for the city administrator and or mayor to enter into a real estate contract. Whereas the city council and mayor have agreed that the city administrator and or mayor can enter into a real estate seller agreement on the city of Louisiana's behalf for city property listings. Whereas a copy of the contract must be available and can be viewed. Now therefore be resolved by the city council of the city of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, as follows. Section 1, this resolution shall become effective upon its approval by the city council and execution by the mayor. So this allows us to deal with our real estate agent and for them to list the property under contract.
Mayor, point of order, I've got a suggestion here. I think it should be that the city administrator and the mayor can enter into a real estate seller agreement. I don't think it should be either or.
Okay,
Checks and balances, that's what that's for.
so I agree with you. This is only gonna be one contract for all the properties that we list. It's my understanding. This is not per property, right?
She has several property contracts for us, and April has a copy of a sample of what it is. But as far as the actual sale of the property, that would be strictly the council. So this allows the city to enter into agreement with them. There's certain things, some of them are gonna be listed based upon price. Some of them are gonna be very hard to sell, but all of them should have a caveat that the council and the mayor have requested that if we're selling the property, that the person has to do something with, during a certain time period. So like if they bought a piece of city property, they have something to build or use, or they just can't buy it and sit on it. If we want someone to,
So Councilman Bell, you want to amend the resolution to delete or?
Yes, please. I would make that, I'd like to make that, amendment. To make it state that the city administrator and mayor can enter into a real estate seller agreement.
Okay, we got a first. We have a second, Councilman Sherman, second. Any discussion? All those in favor for the change to amend it?
Yes.
Opposed, like sign? All right, motion to modify the resolution, so. Entertain a motion to pass resolution number 20-2023. Yeah, we got a first from Councilman Sutter,
Second.
second from Councilman Bell. A resolution of the City of Louisiana Council and Mayor requesting permission for the city administrator and mayor to enter into a real estate contract. Whereas the city council and mayor have agreed that the city administrator and mayor can enter into a real estate seller agreement on the city of Louisiana's behalf for the city property listings. Whereas a copy of the contract must be available and can be viewed. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, excuse me, I apologize. Take the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Portis,
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilman Giltner,
Yeah.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Baker,
Yes.
Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilman Sutter.
This resolution 2023 has been duly approved and resolved. Next item on the agenda is the police chief's report.
All right, gave y'all each something in your packet, you know, for the report. The cameras have been in place now for, you know, some time and they're working well. We did get approved for a grant through MoDOT for portable breath tests and a stalker radar. The city does have to pay the money up front for them, but then it's 100% reimbursed through MoDOT. So I talked to the city administrator about that. Just wanted to make the council aware of that because of the amount of the equipment. It's roughly $5,000. So, you know, we do have to pay that money up front, but it does come back to us. We wanted to talk a little bit about the Taurus. So it was involved in an accident on 70 on the way to the academy. We reported that to the insurance, not sure what they're going to do with the vehicle, but the airbags did deploy. So it's probably going to be totaled, I would imagine. So I included in the packet a couple potential replacements for it.
How are our cadets? Are they fine?
Yeah, everyone's fine. No one was injured. And it was an unavoidable thing. A tractor trailer had lost a tire and nowhere to go on 70 to avoid it. So, but I've included a couple of replacements for it on there. They're through state surplus, so they're, lowest price available. They do come fully equipped with lights. The one thing we would, and everything else, the only thing we would have to put in it would be the radios. But those, I think, I can't recall the price off the top of my head, but both of those are fairly cheap. One of which being 16.5, we went with that option, and the other one is 13.5. When they're in good condition, and the miles they do have are highway miles, so.
Which one?
Either one. The last one was 13.5, I believe.
like I said, we don't know from insurance what payout would be on the Taurus or whatever at this point. So it's kind of preliminary, but at the same time. I mean, we're good at the moment, but when we get these cadets out of the academy, we're gonna need probably, at least another car to, otherwise we're taking the 2 brand new ones that we got and running them all hours of day and night, and with the longevity of those vehicles, it would be best to supplement there with still having that other one.
Chief, what year was the Taurus
Oh, shoot.
and how many miles was on it?
It had quite a few. I don't recall the exact year, but I want to say
15?
was that-
Was it a 15?
it's somewhere in there. I wanted to say either 2015, 2016, but it's got quite a few miles on it, and it was starting to develop other mechanical issues. So, in reality, this may have done us a favor, but it's still something that. Because it was starting to have transmission slippage issues and.
You made miles that a K9 car had one.
Are
Need
you,
new brakes, so.
as far as our current fleet, do you know what our mileage is on each of our vehicles?
So they're roughly the one new Explorer that we have. It's got roughly about 9,000 miles on it. The car one, it has about 6,000 on it, and then the Durango has roughly about 25 to 30,000.
25 to 30.
I can't recall that one's the one I'm least familiar with. In my,
32.
how many?
32,000.
32.
On the
Okay,
Durango.
fair enough. I knew it was last time I'd seen it. It was 25 in 25 range. So.
Okay. Council, you get any questions for the chief?
Do we have the car back?
And no, we do not. It's currently I-70 towing. Prior to, and once the insurance company makes a decision what they're gonna do, we're gonna have to go down and get our radio out of there, because
We're not gonna pull
we're
the
not gonna
lights.
buy a new radio, so.
We're not pulling the lights or nothing out of it?
We can pull the lights out of it,
Yeah.
but if we're getting one that comes completely
Okay, you answered that.
decked out, then
And I don't know, if those cages are universal or not. I
They're-
doubt if they are, but
no. No, they're not, so we'd have to figure something else out there, but like I said, these cars do come fully equipped, the ones that.
Okay.
Talk about, so.
all right, thank you. Next item on the agenda, the fire chief's report.
You gotta talk loud. Don can't hear.
Hey Don, how are you? You hear me?
A
Hmm?
little louder.
So I wrote a bunch of stuff
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of go through. I'm gonna go back to October 13th. That's kind of where I'm gonna start with this whole thing. So roughly the last 30 days have been extremely busy and extremely big for the Louisiana Fire Department. We went from a roster of 12 to 20. We've had so the call wise, we've had 4 special events, which consist of like parades, just community, being out in the community. And this is all since October 13th. We've had 36 medical calls and 7 fire calls, which is structure, outside fire alarms. We had a Halloween event, pumpkin carving contest that all went over really well. Fire department, we're trying to get people back inside the doors. Thermal imaging cameras. I'm kind of going to go over a little bit of our equipment. So thermal imaging cameras, we currently have 3 cameras. One was completely, it's not any good. The batteries are bad, chargers are bad. It's going to cost too much to get it going again. When we bought 1514, which is that pumper we have, it came with a thermal imaging camera on it. So we ordered 2 batteries for it, a new charger. And with our other truck, the other pumper, we now have 2 perfectly working thermal imaging cameras, which is very beneficial because before our first out truck didn't carry a thermal imaging camera. So when Buffalo was getting on scene for something big, we were having to use theirs. So now we have 2 perfect working cameras. NFIRS, which is a National Fire Incident Reporting System. We're gonna start filing with them. I called, I've been in contact with the state. They looked back all the way to 2010, which is as far as they could go, that he could see on his system, and there has never been a report done with them. So,
That's that's critical, because if you apply for grants, that information and that reporting is a requirement for fire departments to apply for some of these grants.
yes, it is, and to kind of touch on the grants too. We have been filing and filling out stuff for grants. So we did an MFA grant, a Norfolk Southern and ARPA funds. We've been working with Charles Cruzy over here. I gave him an inventory list of everything we have, ranging from gear to radios, pagers, helmets, boots, everything. Thermal imaging camera. We were going to try to get a more of a personal one for just a smaller, more compact one, so we could have 3. And we've been working with him very closely on all of that also. I wanted to touch on this a little bit. We had a truck that for the last 2 years has been basically a utility tool truck. A couple years ago, the fire department decided we didn't need the booster tank or the skid unit for it anymore. So we have went back out. That's been sitting out in the city impound lot. We put it back on the truck. We carry 500 gallons of water on it, and it is completely supplied, and it can do brush fires and things like that. So that truck is back, very usable now. We've been working in the station, painting floors, just trying to get it back up to shape. It's been looking a little rough. And we don't want it to look rough having people coming in and out of the doors. I reached out to the Red Cross. They delivered smoke detectors for the community. So if you know anybody that needs to be updated or have smoke detectors installed within their home, they just can reach out to myself or Ryan or City Hall, and we can come out. We'll install them. We just have a small paper we need to fill out for the Red Cross, acknowledging that that's where that smoke detector went, and we're trying to get back to doing that again also. I'm going to talk about the guys a little bit. So out of the 20 members we have, I like to talk about them a little bit. They have been working really, really hard on everything. The morale is very high, the motivation is extremely high, and they're wanting to run with everything they do. They have attended trainings, just in-house trainings. We have an individual on Buffalo that's coming down, and he's been helping train and work really close with them. They've been going to Eolia and training down there at Eolia's with their fire department and several other local departments that go there also. They have even went to Hawk Point for thermal imaging camera, which was certified with a certified training. So they have gotten issued certifications through MU for that also. Everybody that wasn't CPR certified within the fire department, the hospital put on a class. We pushed for them to go, and everybody went and is now CPR certified on the fire department. And they also did a first responder refresher course immediately following. So everybody that was first responder certified is now updated on that also. And last but not least, Santa's going to be flying in on December 9th. He's going to be there approximately 4, stay until 7. I encourage everybody to, if you have kids, grandkids, your families, bring them down, kind of see what we've got going on with inside the doors of the fire station, and just kind of where we're at with everything now. So that's basically all I have.
Yeah, council, got any questions?
Did you guys get with Jennifer? She helped you out on anything?
Yes, she did, and I made a bunch of phone calls also, so that helped us a lot.
I've seen a lot of work going on at the firehouse, and that's great.
We have a really good problem. They forget to shut the lights off.
I forget what.
They forget to shut the lights off. I
Oh.
say it's a good problem because they were never turned on before. So I have to tell them, I have to encourage them and say, hey, shut the light off when you leave.
Well,
We went to.
I went by the other day and they, somebody was cleaning the fire engine and he wore me out just watching him.
Well, I gotta commend you both for, the turnaround as far as the environment within the firehouse and keep up the good work. Very good.
That's great, great.
Next on item on the agenda, any committee reports?
Really have anything on mine other than, Linda, did you go to that meeting?
Yeah, it was a good meeting, we.
I talked to
asked
her after.
Brian to come step in, it was a good meeting, and we asked Brian to step in, and they worked together really well. They got the problem with their website took care of. Chase now has admin to the Facebook. Well, it's actually a internet page, the Louisiana Tourism page, so I think everything's going. I thought everything went smooth.
I talked to Susan afterwards, and it seemed like it. I wrote down the meeting at 10 o'clock at Pikers, and I ended up at Pikers and there wasn't no meeting there. So it was my fault, I missed it.
Yeah, I think it went good.
Thank you.
So the public, be aware, we're talking about the tourism committee. And basically the, webpage, access has been resolved and working together on that. I don't mean to,
No, it's fine.
I just want to make sure everyone understood what we was talking about, so. Any other, committee reports?
Seniors, I talked to them that day too, and they seem to be doing okay, just still waiting on the signs to get in, and I haven't been to the Trimble House here as lately. That's all I have.
City administrator, you got any tentative dates as far as those curb cuts?
The signs, start off with the signs, they came in a disarray. Like right before Thanksgiving break, it looked like somebody showed up and dumped them out in a pile of poles, and then they just flipped off the pallet of signs up, and they landed upside down and they took off. So we made the company that we bought them from aware of the unprofessional delivery that they provided. They apologized and said if there's any damages that they would fix them. I don't think there is any damage, but I haven't got that report yet. The street department, I talked to the leader there, and they are working on getting those sign replacements and all the missing signs out. So they should have. I mean, he came in today and we're like, this is the sign, this is the sign. And so they're going through them, and they should be put up this week and next week. As far as the curb cuts, that is still a discussion on where they're gonna go, and plus, the street department, they have quite a long list of things that they have to get done, so it's on the list. It will be done. It'd be nice for them to get it done before the new year. However, you have to worry about temperatures and concrete and pouring, so they need a good day to do that. If we have a day like we had the day after Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving, whenever it snowed, that's not good for us. So it's also weather related when that will go in.
All righty. Any other committee reports? If not, we'll move on to old business. Old business.
Concrete, the cemetery walls that are old business, they were hoping to start, before Thanksgiving, but their time schedule, caused them to be a little bit behind. They will be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock, working on that cemetery wall, and it should be completed this week. And that will be complete.
What about the tree?
The trees are not,
The one tree.
there's 4 trees up there that are dead and look dangerous. It's on the radar screen to have them removed. I'll probably be addressing those, closer to spring.
Like the major one is the one that's danger of falling on people.
Correct. We have 4 trees that are dangerous. One of them close to the road that you're referring to.
Yeah.
They're on my radar. We haven't taken action yet.
Okay.
Some of that deals with the amount of trees that we had to remove, and
Probably fall on me.
well, we'll see if we can get that timed out right.
See what the timing is.
All right, new business.
I don't know how it got changed to seawall, but it is the lower river front wall that has been repaired. We have our permit from the Department of Corps of Engineers. And we have 1 bid that was submitted, even though it was in the paper. Not too many people want to touch this. And so we have 1 bid for $16,534.63.
16 what?
$16,534.63.
Okay,
So the council can
got it.
vote to take action on it. They can postpone it. They can table it. Do whatever they want, but we have a bid, someone that is actually willing to do the work.
The permit that we got from the Corps of Engineers, is there a life of that permit?
1 year,
1 year. Okay.
so we're on month 2.
We've got to do something quickly because otherwise we're gonna lose our quote seawall.
Yeah, and the best time to take care of the river is when it's down. And according to the Corps of Engineer, December and January is when the river's at its lowest. But the other side of the coin of that is we're dealing with concrete, and you have to have weather that is warm enough for the concrete, so it's gonna be a tough one. We have weather, hopefully we'll get a mild winter and we don't have a problem. If we get a cold winter, then we'll have a problem. Unless it doesn't rain this spring. And snow doesn't melt up north.
And council's pleasure.
So if you want to accept this bid, motion needs to be made. If you want us to go out for bid again to give it more time, the motion has to be made. If you don't want to do anything, no motion is needed.
Make a motion to accept.
We have a motion to accept the bid from Councilman Sudar.
Second.
We got a second from Councilman Giltner. Any discussion?
Brian,
Yeah, it's not on the packet. Anybody else would like to look at it?
The longer we let it go, the worse and more it's gonna cost us, and it's gonna have to be fixed. One or else we won't have the wall.
That price kind of in where we figured it would be.
It's actually, thanks to, the mayor and the assistant city administrator and the contractor. They had a couple of meetings where they went down there and they looked at solutions to make it cheaper. So they got the price down to this. It was probably about 9-10 grand higher than this before they came up with alternatives.
I thought we talked in the work study.
It was more, but you know, between the mayor and the assistant city administrator and the contractor going down there. Oh, and Bill, I forgot Bill. Don't want to forget Bill. Bill is knowledgeable about all this stuff. I mean, between the 4 of them, they got it down cheaper.
Any other discussion?
Anybody else want to look at it?
Hearing none, we call roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis,
Yes.
Councilman Gott,
Yeah.
Councilman Giltner,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Baker,
Yes.
Councilman Price,
Yeah.
Councilman Sudar.
Yes.
Motion pass. Council entertain a motion to sell the homemade trailer from the fire department via bid process, being advertised in paper and social media. We got a motion from Councilman Sutter. Got a second from Councilman Bell. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yeah,
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Miscellaneous business. Does anyone on the council have any miscellaneous business that we didn't bring up? Anyone from the media? All right, at this time, I would entertain the public if they have anything for the common good for the city of Louisiana. Give you 3 minutes to address the council. Steve.
This is probably not on anybody's radar, and considering how many other things that have been on the radar in the last year. But I keep seeing reports across the country of train derailments and train accidents. And since we are kind of right in the line of fire for quite a few trains on a daily basis, has the city any kind of emergency plan, or is there, considering a lot of these have chemical spills where gases are out, and we don't want workers and people without gas masks or whatever, do we have any of that kind of material available, especially for the city workers? I'm curious more than anything else, because it's not something that normally is brought up in conversation. And yet I keep seeing news report after news report from all different areas of the country, and we certainly are.
Yep.
In that line of fire.
You want me to answer that? So we are currently coming up with a system. We've been working on it for like 2 months. Come up with an emergency disaster plan. We're first looking at the water treatment plant because it has some corrosive, toxic.
we do have a
that,
phone.
Chlorine
Okay.
and fluoride and that kind of stuff. If there's a leak, so that could be deadly. So we first started with water treatment plant. Once I've been working with the fire department with that. Once we get that plan done, our next one on the list is railroad.
So that refers to a lot of our training and stuff, but we do have an emergency disaster plan for the city of Louisiana and for Pike County. We do not have any hazmat teams in our county. We would have to rely on the Northeast Missouri Hazmat Response Team and Lincoln County, St. Charles, St. Louis County for any type of major response. Of course, the railroad will be responding as well. But as far as in our own planning, as far as what steps we can take, and the biggest thing is probably isolation and getting everything isolated. It's detailed in our plan and along with the county's plan as well.
Is there any, again, this is just kind of spitballing, but should we have some hazmat, uniform material, costume, whatever you want to call it?
So the answer to your question,
For our
first,
people.
the first thing is the minimum is a level C, which is their turnout gear and their breathing apparatus. So to be honest with you, without the training and without the equipment to supply it, we cannot fund that. I do know operating the Northeast Missouri Hazmat team myself, the equipment was well in excess of over $1 million. And that's not only having it, you have to maintain that. And that's why it was done in a regional aspect versus, individual, municipality aspect. So, but there's a lot to it, but yes, it's knowing what triggers to push and what phone numbers to call are the big things. Anyone else have anything for the common good of the city?
Yeah, been seeing some stuff that ain't right.
Speak up, Steve.
I asked at the last meeting, I didn't get no answers,
I can't hear.
but you go by and Officer Anderson has a police car parked in his front yard. And you had two vehicles that was not legal. One had no plates on it at all, no temporary driving sticker. The other one had no plate on the front, which was illegal, and he was driving around. I just want to know, people's had their cars towed, people's paid fines for not having their cars licensed, sitting on the street, people's had to cover their vehicles up. This don't look good for the city with a police car sitting in the yard and somebody driving a vehicle around with no plates, no visible registration, no nothing. All I've asked, is the car legal to be drove around? That's all I've asked. The police chief refuses to give me any answers. He don't want to talk about it. I mean, we had this with the last police department. Police doing things, getting away with it, and then the citizens getting tickets for the same thing they're doing. Now, this don't look good to have police cars sitting there and illegal. It was gone today again. Is the car legal to be driven? Does it have a permit? That's simple, easy question, yes or no? Now, I do know the truck was driven without proper plates on it. Mayor Carter told that to me last Monday when we spoke. So why isn't he been given a ticket? Everybody else, I drove from my house to get my car inspected, get plates on it, I got a ticket. I had to go before the judge threw it out because I was on my way to get it inspected. But this has been going on for over a month. I mean, how long?
Steve, I can assure you that the issue has been addressed and is being taken care of. All the meetings have been held and the situation will not be happening anymore.
Well, it was going on today. It was being driven.
I assured you.
Okay. I just want to know if the car was legal. A simple question. Yes or no? I mean, that's all I wanted to know. And let's see. I wanted to see about if he could raise the speed limit from the hospital on out to Joe's Jug to 35. Nobody drives to 30 mile an hour that is now. I mean, I ain't kidding, nobody. The police don't. The mayor don't. Mr. Giltner don't.
I told you I'd get caught.
I'm guilty of that. I've looked down, I've been going 35 because I was following the car in front of me. I mean, I ain't had a speeding ticket since 1985.
Yeah.
But, and then like, the school. Maybe have like during school hours, have a speed limit, the speed zone 30 mile an hour during school, and then back to 35. I mean, it's just something to think about. Because everybody drives 35 there anyway. I figure past the hospital, you're past the hospital and the park.
Not a bad idea.
And since it's 2 miles from the riverfront to Joe's Jug, that's quite a distance that people's got to go to the store and stuff. It's just something to think about. And I don't know if we can afford the signs for it, but that's an issue I've been wanting to bring up for a while, but I've had other issues doing it. Thank you very much, council. Thank you, Don.
Anybody else from the council have anything for the betterment of the city?
Yeah, I do.
At the last meeting, I wasn't here. And there was such a big fit over this dog pound. And I've had several people come to my house and ask me how do I put up with it? Well, the point must have got through because I haven't heard the dogs for a week. So did you kill them? I mean, where'd they go?
Bark college.
Are you sure they died? Did they get them?
I bought them,
Did you get them?
I took care of it.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with the cats?
What's with the cats?
They're still feeding the cats.
I've addressed that.
The cats are getting in people's trash. And it's ridiculous. But nobody wants to do anything.
My job is to take care of problems. I'm taking care of them as quick as possible. I was aware of the dog problem.
And you did, you took care of it, and thank you,
And the cat problem is in progress.
thank you.
Is this over the dog pound?
Nobody else would have done anything about it.
Can't.
I can't, wave a magic wand, but.
Well, I know you can't, but like I said,
We're following, this is the timeline.
Yes,
Never
yes,
mind.
yes.
You gotta follow the rules.
because you're the only one that did anything, you only doing it.
If I may.
Thank you both.
There you go.
Back when you had to put your garbage next to the street with this garbage bag, the cats would just rip them open and garbage be everywhere. Had a friend of mine that worked out in the D Fur Company and I had him bring me some, bobcat urine. And I took and put a few drops around my trash and boy, didn't no cats, no dogs, no nothing to get near it. And it lasted for a week or so, and once in a while I go out and put a few more drops. I don't know how much it cost, but he brought it and gave it to me. But it lasted me all the time I lived on 6th Street, but as soon as I started putting that around, cats disappeared. But the bobcat will kill a colony of cats quick, fast, and in a hurry. A buddy of mine had 20 cats out in the country. Bobcat moved in 2 weeks later, there wasn't a cat around nowhere. But that's just a suggestion, if somebody has trouble, want to keep cats away, that does help.
Yep.
Thank you.
City council entertain a motion to go into closed session for RSMO 610.021 subsection 1, 2, and 3. Join the city council, the city clerk, and the city attorney. Second, we have a first from Councilman Sutter, second from Councilman Giltner. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman?
Yeah.
Councilwoman Portis?
Yeah.
Councilman Gott?
Here.
Councilman Giltner?
Yeah.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman Baker?
Yes.
Councilman Price?
Yes.
Councilman Sutter?
Yeah.
All right. That's an hour thing.